Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. For the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Jackson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson, option right. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
On the option.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 7. Vikings nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson options out left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
3rd and 2.
Try and run for this. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He can run for it, and he will. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
32-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete to
Devin Duvernay. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As the Ravens push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here. 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On the carry for
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
The Raven first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
On for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? It made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., 66 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Sliding out. Boy, that one drops incomplete. But if action sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Ravens.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
On the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
48-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
43-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This one brought in by Jefferson. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 21. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Jackson on 3rd and long. And the throw going to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
From the 39, Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. And a Raven first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Dobbins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run here with Dobbins. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Yardage here, knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Jackson, options out left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Tracked down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The speedy safety Marcus Allen made the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. On first down. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line. Today's final.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it was